So before I start this video, I would like to thank everyone for the 300 subscribers. I actually have more than 300 right now, which is freaking amazing. But I just wanted to say that thank you guys so much for the support, and it's really awesome that somebody's actually watching my videos. Because last year I had 100. No, around this time last year I had about 40. So I'm up to 300, and I just want to thank you guys so much. It's so amazing. But let's go ahead and get to this video. Hi guys, I'm back here with a summer kind of video. This is going to be a face routine for the summer. By that I mean I do the eyes and the lips and stuff off camera. So if you guys want to see that, you would definitely have to go like request it, and then I'll do a tutorial for it. But I'll be using a tinted moisturizer and powder and just giving some tips to kind of weather out this heat wave we've got going on, especially in Houston. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're gonna start this summer face routine by already doing my eyes. I personally, I vary between how I like my eyes, and today I just want to do something different. I used the California Dreaming NYX Rocker palette. I pretty much just used every color except this one because I'm going to use that as a highlight later. But again, this is not a full face routine, but this is a routine that fits for me because I'm very oily. And I don't think I stated this already, but I'm using the Becca Stay Matte Foundation. I know it's a little pricey, but I got a sample of it and I've been using it a lot these past couple really hot weekends, and it's worked fantastic. I put the primer on actually about 30 minutes ago, and yeah, it worked really well. I do say that when you put it on, you should put it on in this kind of motion. Like, don't rub it in because it will roll into balls and like stick on your foundation and stuff. But if you put too much, it will turn gray, which is kind of like the milk of magnesia. So maybe that's why I kind of like it. The first step is color correcting. I normally would use the NYX Above and Beyond concealer, but I ran out, so I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm going to use it very lightly because this orange is really, really intense. Okay, so my camera cut off, my battery died, but like I'm saying, I was just color correcting, trying not to go too heavy on the orange because I am not using foundation, so I don't want it to show up. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. buffing brush. Take a beauty blender, and you're going to take the same color correcting, which I just lost. Oh, there it is. And see the dark circles under my eyes? I don't want to have to go through and conceal any of those with another concealer. The lighter the better for me in this case. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be taking the NYX Tinted Moisturizer in the color Almond, so TM07. I think this is the darkest color that they have. Next, I'm going to go back in with that beauty blender, and I'm going to touch some areas with my concealer. So the next step would be setting everything, just especially if you're oily or if you're in a humid climate, hot, you need to set your makeup. Normally this is where you would put a powder foundation, and I personally have been looking for powder foundations to try. So what kind of powder foundations do you guys use? I'd love to know. Leave that down below. But for right now, I'll be using my Mineralized Skin Finish in MAC, just because this was my go-to summer. This was my go-to summer palette last year. So I think I'm gonna just stick with what I know. I'm just gonna pat that into my face. I'm using an e.l.f. complexion brush. You could use the e.l.f. powder. I personally like the e.l.f. powder brush better, but this works. Now, I'm gonna go in with my blush brush and just kind of make sure that I pay close attention to my under eye area, because I'm not putting anything on it, but I do kind of want to make sure that the moisturizer that I did put on there stays. And I'm touching up my T-zone area one extra time. Again, this really depends on the type of skin that you have, so I go the extra mile to make sure that my skin does not get oily as fast as possible. Back to my oldie but goodie, my CoverGirl in Ebony Bronze, and I'm going to really focus it on my cheeks. I'm going to go in, I'm going to do something different. I'm using the California Dreaming palette, and I'm going to be using this color as my highlight. And I'm just going to take the e.l.f. powder brush that looks like this. If you want, you could go blush here. I'm not. This is my finished face routine. I do recommend, however, that you spray it. I've been using the e.l.f. Mist and Spray, which is $3. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus, I forgot how much this is. I'll put something here for you guys to see. And the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting. Personally, I've really been jumping to this Photo Focus spray a lot lately, so this is what I'm going to use today. And I always focus a little bit on the outer parts of my face, because when I sweat, this Houston weather has been like super humid, super messy, and I like to focus it on the edges of my face, because my forehead will sweat first and then it just goes downhill from there. So after you do that, then this is where you could do eye highlights, mascara. I'm going to be finishing up my face. If you guys want to know what else I did to my makeup, I'm going to fast forward this part, but you can check on my blog to see everything that I used to get this look.